end one way or another.
Okej. Gdzie mam teraz iść? O jeden zwiększy. Gdzie mam iść?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have,
Żebym się
but
tego
Mom
nie
didn't like
spierdzielił
bringing
z
up the
dachu.
past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
O kurde. Czyli babcia malarka.
Her room was like a museum.
Odyn.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Okej.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Ale to i tak, że przeżyli.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Aha, czyli... Okej.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okej. No dobra. Mamy. A tutaj ja spatrzyłem... A no, z drugiej strony tu byłem. Co my tu mamy? A to na tabletki. Pudełeczko.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Okej.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Fajne takie.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Built 1937. Evan Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could
Okay.
have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Jezu, ale wszędzie taki, kurde.
It was a pretty big trace.
Ale to jeden kluczyk do wszystkich. Co? To chyba tak nie działa. Dziękuję ci, Pawełku, za
There's a secret in this
followka.
bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Jezu, fajne. Co my tu mamy? Są tak jak do zdjęć, jak się robi.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Calvin Finch. Okay. Milton. Okej. Ciekawe. A, to jest ten sam i Calvin. Ten, co żył 11 lat. Captured. Secret lives of 4 photographers. What Sam? Sam był fotografem.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Kurde, tutaj też jest poprowadzony ten prąd. Fajnie, tak. Podzielony pokój na pół. Każdy ma swój. Co jest?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Yay!
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Yay!
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again.
Kurde, tu się huśta na huśtawce, jak in real life.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Yay!
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Ale koniec. Koniec na kolację trzeba iść. Koniec zabawy. Mogę machać nóżkami. Już schodzimy. Na kolację trzeba iść. Mama wołała. No dobra, jeszcze sekundę. Jeszcze mama mnie nas opierdzieli, że nie słucham.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Zaraz dotkniemy drzewa.
I'm not gonna tell you again!
No przepraszam,
Maybe if the wind
mamo.
hadn't picked up.
O kuźwa.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Co tu się dzieje?
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Przecież złamy tą gałąź
That's
zaraz.
what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Wow. Jaki kozak.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Fajne. Ciekawe. Dobra. Gdzie teraz? Idziemy dalej w takim razie.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Kurde, wysoki był. Wiesz, że jeszcze takie ładne te malunki.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Śmieszne. Tylek. A do góry. Całą komodę. Już macham górę. Okej. Lecimy dalej w takim razie.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Patrzcie. Idziemy najpierw tutaj. Kurde, ciężko jest tak. Żyć jako młoda gwiazda. Może na początek wszystko jest fajnie, ale później...
I never thought about how hard it must
Dzieciństwo
have
się
been for her
całe traci.
afterwards.
Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16,
Cześć,
she
Igor.
was all
Witam
washed
serdecznie.
up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Ja
Now
pierdzielę.
that was a great scream.
Co to
It
było?
was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Okej.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Telefon się ładuje. Już sekunda, już otwieramy skrzyneczkę.
And as she
Kręcimy,
wound the
kręcimy,
key,
kręcimy,
she
kręcimy.
listened for Rick, but
Dobra,
the
kręcę.
house was silent.
Jezu, jaki fajny efekt. O nie.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Trafiłem? Życzę. Kurde, jest broń. Co tu się wydarzyło?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Co tu się dzieje? Dziadek sobie co zrobił. Gdzie mam iść?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Cholera. Ja pierdzielę.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not
Jaki
scared.
pajac.
Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up. But this is a trick. You're dead, Walter.
Kurde, znowu. Dlaczego musi być creepy muzyczka? Coś leży. Leżało.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still
Oh, fuck.
on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
O kurwa.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Co tu się dzieje?
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part.
Spierdzielamy.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Zabiła typa.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be
Trzeba go
over
dobić.
yet.
Czy spierdzielamy? Nie no, to jest mój dom.
The hookman
O
had
kuźwa.
vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Nie robimy tak. O kurwa. Co to za ding-dong?
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Ta, cukierek albo psikus, kuźwa.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I was
Co tu się
very
dzieje?
upset, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom.
What the heck?
Unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
O. Chory
He
gówno.
told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Ta, bardzo szczęśliwy finał, no. Ja stąd spierdzielam, nie chcę mieć z tym nic wspólnego. Do widzenia.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Jeszcze jakbym kuźwa usłyszał, że ktoś tu chodzi. To ja bym się kuźwa normalnie nie wiem. Mnie spięło. Gdzie była ta pozytywka? Co tu tak ciemno w ogóle jest?
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Gdzie on jest? Na dole? Ładnie. Nie no. Gdzie ta pozytywka była? Jestem jakiś retardet czy co? Gdzie ona była? Come on. U. Czy na dole? Czy na
I wonder
dole?
if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
No dobrze już. Jakieś światło. Nie, zawsze w takich grach w piwnicy jest coś kuźwa creepy. Super.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
To jest zjeżdżalnia. No dobrze, dobra.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Ale...
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
To nie znaczy, że...
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
że pozytywka jest tam, gdzie piwnica. Co to jest?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Jest jakiś kuźwa ten
If there's a
schron.
pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Jest najgorzej.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
Kręcił.
Having a schedule, living for
Będę
today.
jadł brzoskwinki.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Jak ty tak... 76. Chyba
Even a
nie.
monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Producentem jest Annapurna, ale to nie jest chyba polska firma.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
76. To jest
Whatever
4.
that thing was, it was gone.
24, 29.
Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
To jest, skończyło się jedzenie?
I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Gdzie ja mam iść? A tu. Prawdopodobnie zaginięcie Ethana Cartera.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or for a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Kurde.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Dobra, lecimy dalej.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Fajne okno. No. Chodzimy na dół. I oczywiście wszędzie książki.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
A co mi tu mamy?
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
To jest to wyjście.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2,
Okej.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Czego?
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
No to w takim razie musieli go znaleźć tutaj. Martwego. Zawalone.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Chwilkę. Czy ja dobrze pamiętam, że jak się wchodziło tutaj na teren, to była informacja, że są kamery, tak?
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died
Ale
with me.
dlaczego? Ktoś to musiał tutaj zamontować.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Bo jeżeli ta matka właśnie uciekła i
And
pozamykała
the history
wszystko,
you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
to chciała coś ukryć. Albo coś zrobić, żeby nie było tutaj wstępu.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Nie, może się dowiemy, co, gdzie, jak. Fajnie mieszkać przy oceanie, albo przy rzece, czy przy czymś takim. Się schodzi schodkami na plażę swoją własną, prywatną.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
No, minęło pół dnia, na to wychodzi. Dobra, ale jeżeli tutaj cały czas świecą się światła, to znaczy, że ktoś będzie opłacać. Ale dlaczego? A i to jest ta huśtawka, którą się huśtał. Ktoś płacze. To mi się tylko zdaje.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Kurde, w nocy na cmentarz.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery may be more uncomfortable than the human one.
Shadow Christopher.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy, Virginia, Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Coco, Zoe. Kurde. Ej.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Barbara Finch, czyli gwiazda. Walter Finch. Nie wiem, który to był. Walter. Eddie. Sven to ten, co popłynął. Calvin. Molly. Ta Molly to ostro pierdzielnięta była. Zresztą i wszyscy.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on,
A nie, to
but
Odyn,
for Edie, the
przepraszam.
past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Co my tam mamy? Halo. Muszę fokus zrobić.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
A to jest ten dom, co? Jest to dom rozwalony.
I'm sure my mom was just trying to protect me.